Happy Monday and happy first day of December. I am currently sitting here with no power and not really anything that I can do at the moment because I also have no internet. So what I thought I would do is just have a chat with you, and the power just came back on. Oh, good. Now you can hear my washer just kick in. Usually on Mondays I do household related items, so I do laundry, I go get groceries, and because it's the 1st of December, I also do our family budget. So I haven't been able to do any of those things this morning, and now I can. But before I get to them, what I was going to tell you, and I think my washing machine is going to be very loud. I'm gonna go close the door. So for this week's video, I thought that I would do a week of outfits, and this is an idea that was left in a comment on one of my earlier videos in November, where I was doing some wardrobe related videos and I asked you guys for some ideas. And we just recently had a really big snowstorm, and it is currently snowing again now. So these will be very winter appropriate outfits. I wonder what would be the best way to show you my outfit. Maybe I will turn the camera sideways. I think this will work to show you what I'm wearing today. I am wearing a cashmere sweater that I bought at a consignment shop a few years ago. If you're interested in adding cashmere to your wardrobe, I would recommend looking for it in the secondhand market. There are a lot of great options out there, and I mean, a cashmere sweater is not really that different from brand to brand. So if you can find one in the secondhand market, I would definitely recommend it. And then I'm also wearing this silk bandana that I got this summer, and I ended up wearing it like this firstly because I wanted some warmth around my neck because I didn't want to wear a big heavy scarf today. But I kind of like how there's some brown near my face because there are other brown elements in my outfit. I'm wearing these green utility pants, which I actually bought at a consignment shop, and they were in the men's section. And if you are going to shop in the men's section, I learned a trick this year that take your normal waist size and then add 3 sizes, and then that will be roughly the size of pants that you would wear in men's. And then for shoes, I'm wearing these leopard print shoes. They have a heavy lug sole, and they have a plastic coating on the outside of the printed material, so they're waterproof. They also have a faux fur lining, which makes them really warm for this time of year. And for my jacket, this is my newest thrift find. I found it this weekend for $25. It's an Eddie Bauer chocolate brown suede coat, and I love it. When I got it home, I washed it in the washing machine on delicate with some woolite, and then I hanged it on a wooden hanger to dry. And once it was fully dried, I used a suede brush to make it feel soft again. And it has fleece-lined pockets, which I love. And this is why I wanted to wear a bandana, because I didn't want to wear a scarf over this. So this is the jacket, and I feel like I have a very earthy color palette today. And when I went out with my friend for breakfast this morning, I used my brown Baggu handbag, and I just wore it crossbody. And then this is my favorite hat. It's from Smartwool, and I've had it for a lot of years, and actually my husband just bought one this winter because he really likes it. It's merino wool, and he's very sensitive to wool and finds that a lot of hats make his head itchy. So he bought one like this because this one doesn't. So now we have to make sure we don't mix them up. But this is my outfit today. It is very warm. It is very weather appropriate. So the shoes are waterproof. I can walk around in snow as long as it doesn't come up over my ankle. When I took Odin out for a walk, I actually wore a pair of winter boots, and I also wore my long parka because we go out for a little while and I don't want my legs to get cold. But this is my errand running outfit today. I would love to hear if you have a particular outfit that you wear for running errands, because I always wear these green utility pants when I have to get groceries, because sometimes I don't want to bring a purse, and so I like all of the pockets and the belt loops that I can attach my keys to. But I'm going to go now and get some groceries because it has started to snow and I don't want the roads to get too slushy. So I will check back in with you later or tomorrow. For today's outfit, I decided to go a little bit dressier, but still fairly casual. And I started off by choosing to wear my blue jeans. And then I always really like this purple and white striped shirt with these jeans. And I own mostly dark boots for winter, so I chose to wear my black harness boots with like some silver detailing, and to bring a darker element to the top part of my outfit just so the boots wouldn't look too stark, I went with this charcoal wool vest. It does attach at the sides. There's a button closure. However, whenever I'm wearing something more oversized on the bottom, I like to leave the vest undone, and I just kind of like how it looks a little bit more than if it's done up, because it makes the shirt flare out. And with one of my shirts, I like that look, but with this one, it's not that oversized, so I just feel like it doesn't look as good. So I leave that open. And because this shirt has a white collar, I just decided to pop it up so there's a little more contrast at my neck. And I went with these silver statement earrings. I bought these this year and they have been one of my favorite jewelry additions. I pulled my hair back because I find sometimes when there's a lot of fabric around my neck, I get overwhelmed by my hair being down too. And actually, I just cut it myself. And so I did a couple of little face framing pieces, and I just took like a couple of inches off of the length because it felt really like stringy and thin at the ends. And so this is what I have been wearing all day. And then for my outerwear, I have my vintage wool jacket. I think this was the second or third purchase of my Levi year, and I got it on eBay. It is wool, and the brand is JG Hook, and it is simply gorgeous. Look at the herringbone texture. I like my clothes to be a little bit more I guess, classic in the sense that I like shirts, I like jeans, and just sweaters, but I like for there to be something different about them. And with this coat, I just love the herringbone texture. I like how this looks together. I like how the charcoal gray of the vest looks with the charcoal gray of the jacket. And then for my handbag today, I am going with this silver Coach bag that I have had for well over 10 years. I added this like thicker, chunkier strap to it. This strap actually goes with a different bag, but I like to wear it on this one. And this is today's outfit. I am a little bit later than usual getting to show you my outfit today. We're losing the light, but hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm wearing. And I'm going to quickly turn you sideways. So for today's outfit, I'm wearing a charcoal gray cardigan, and I have a silk base layer top underneath this because I find the wool of this cardigan to be a little bit itchy. And then I'm wearing a wool maxi skirt that I bought at a consignment shop, I think in like 2021 or 2022. I'm wearing my Frye arrowhead boots again. These are quickly becoming a staple so far this winter. And then I added my vintage feather brooch that I bought in October. And I kind of like the placement of it. I put it close to my neck. You'll have to let me know, what do you think? It took me a while to figure out where I wanted to wear it. And because the brooch is more of a statement item, I kept my earrings really simple with these silver hoops. And then just my usual bracelets. And then for a jacket, I am going with this green suede jacket that I thrifted back in 2023. This was easily my most worn item last fall and winter whenever it was warm enough outside. I forgot to pull down the sleeves of my sweater and they are bunching up. So this is with the jacket. I love the textures of all of these items. So soft. And then for my handbag, I'm going with this silver Coach bag again. I think I've used this twice already this week, but it is just such a versatile item that I tend to use it a lot. It goes with so much, and I also just really like it. It has 2 compartments, so I can put my phone and keys in one, and then I can put like a lip gloss and my Invisalign tray holder in the other one. And usually that's all I really take with me. So this is my outfit for today. And later on, I have a little holiday thing to go to, and I'm just going to keep on this same outfit. The green feels very festive, and the wool feels really cozy. And I will check back in with you tomorrow. I am so sorry that I rushed through yesterday's outfit. I kind of didn't have enough time to properly film it because I only had a very small window before I had to pick up my daughter and I was losing the light. But today I can spend a little more time on what I'm wearing. it is not the most exciting outfit because it is frigidly cold outside today. And whenever it is super cold, I dress as warm as possible. And I actually started second guessing this video last night because I find winter dressing to not be as exciting as fall or spring. And I feel the same way about summer. I don't get very excited about summer dressing either. And I think it's just because in the summer, there are like minimal layers because it is so hot outside. But in the winter, it's like there's too many layers and you can't really see the outfit that good because you have to wear a big jacket. And sometimes you can wear a cute jacket, but that is not going to be the case today. And I do think this week is good for, you know, allowing me to wear a lot of my items because the weather is kind of all over the place. But to start off, I am wearing this wool sweater. I actually bought it at a consignment shop. It was one of my earlier purchases of my Levi gear. It has a really nice rolled collar. It's gray with flecks of like yellow and brown and white. It's just a really, really nice knit. The brand is Glendalough Woolen Mills, and it is an Irish brand. And what I have been trying to do over the last few years is to focus more on my sweater collection because primarily it's what I wear in the winter. And I ended up adding my brown silk bandana inside the neck again just for warmth. And I do like how it adds a little something and makes the sweater a little more interesting, I think. And then I'm gonna turn you sideways so I can show you the other things that I'm wearing. And then I'll have to leave the living room to get my boots and jacket. But hold on. I am wearing these Everlane pants. I think they're the utility pant. I bought them secondhand, but I would purchase these new if these ever wear out or I lose them or anything like that. I would buy them new. And I have debated buying other colorways of this pant, but they are so comfortable. I really love the fit. They have more of a tapered leg at the bottom, but I think it gives the pants a really nice shape. And then I have on a pair of like Smartwool, I think it's their everyday cozy socks because they're just so warm. And whenever it's super cold outside and snowy, I like to wear my Ganni rain boots, and they just feel cold inside without a pair of really warm socks. So this is what I'm wearing in the house today, and I feel very cozy. I'm also wearing this, it's a silk base layer, and it's from Land's End. I've had it for a lot of years, and I once had the pants too, but they just didn't fit the way I wanted them to. I'm going to be wearing these Ganni lug sole boots. I think they're rain boots, and they have a zipper front. They're waterproof. They're really great in the snow, and because of the nice sole, I find that they're great like if it's snowy, icy, and just wet outside. So these are the ones I usually wear when the weather is really crappy. I also love that they make me a few inches taller. So this is what the outfit is with the boots. Maybe you can see the leg of these a little bit better now. Just really like the shape of these pants. And I'm gonna get my jacket, but might have to move the dog first. Hey, buddy. Hi. I know. Thank you. Excuse me. This is the jacket that I'm wearing today. It is my long quilted puffer, and I actually bought this back in 2023. So last winter, no, that's not true. I bought it at the end of my no-buy year. So that was like end of 2024. So last year was its first winter, and I got it from 10 Tree, and it is the best coat that I've ever owned. I am so happy that I got it. I even wrote out a very long Substack newsletter when I was going through the thought process of buying a long puffer coat, where I rated a bunch of different puffers. I think there were 10 based on like some criteria that I came up with. And this one came out on top. And I know that my friend also bought one after I bought one based on my newsletter. So I love that we both have this puffer and we both love it. So I wanted something that would pretty much cover my entire body because I have to walk Odin a few times a day and I don't like to be cold. It's very long. It has fleece-lined pockets, which I love. And then it has a double zipper, so if I get warm, I can bring the zipper up from the bottom. But it also has like some snap closures on the side, so I could also open those. But this is my jacket. It has a huge hood, but I don't usually use a hood. I usually put on my hat, which I think I showed you on Monday. And then my favorite gloves. Sorry, mitts. I like mitts when it's really, really cold out because they keep my hand warmer. But these are from Haestra. They're leather mitts, and they were a Christmas gift from my family last year. I don't know if you can see them, but I love these. And the nice thing is I can actually take the liner out and wash the liner without having to wash the outside of the mitt. This is the outfit that I would wear to take Odin out. And now he's looking at me, so I feel like I should probably go take him out. Otherwise, this feels like I'm teasing him. I'm gonna go take Odin for a little walk. It's very crisp and cold out, but also kind of refreshing. And I forgot to show you my jewelry that I'm wearing today, but I don't have very much on. I am just wearing this ring that I bought when I visited my mom 1 year. And then I have on these earrings that I found at a consignment shop. And they're just fun, dangly earrings. Hopefully the camera focused on them. I'm going to go and make myself a tea to warm up, and then I have to go get my daughter, but I will be back tomorrow with another outfit. And I was thinking about how long I was going to do this. I think I am going to go until Saturday. I would like to post this video on Sunday, and Sunday I will probably rewear this outfit or some outfit that I've already worn this week anyway. And usually on Saturdays I try to dress up because my daughter and I go out for breakfast, and that's usually my most exciting outfit of the week, so we will see. Happy Friday. I was just on my way out the door when I realized that I hadn't actually shared my outfit today. I'm going to do it in reverse order because I already have my jacket on, but I think you've already seen this jacket on Wednesday, I think, and it's my green suede jacket. I had thought about wearing a different one today, but nothing else that I tried on worked with the rest of my outfit, so I just went with my tried and true favorite. Although I do think that brown suede jacket is going to give this one a run for its money. So this is what I'm wearing, and this is the handbag that I'm using today. It's just a very small vintage Coach bag, and I thought it would be fun to show you what I have in this bag because it doesn't hold a lot, but it holds my essentials. So I have my phone, and I carry my cards in this little case on the back. And then I have this Summer Fridays lip gloss, and it's in cherry. This was actually something my daughter had picked up once, but she didn't really like it. I think she thought the color was too red, but I love a red lip, so I usually take this one with me because it's easier to apply without a mirror. And then I just have my car keys. And I usually have these on a big keychain, but whenever I'm using this handbag, it's so small that I just take the key, basically. One thing I want to focus on next year with my wardrobe is getting a couple of items to replace some other ones. Like, I love this little black handbag, but it really doesn't hold very much, and I would like to be able to take a few more things with me. And the thing I like about this handbag is that it has very minimal detailing. So it does have a little bit of gold hardware, but I don't feel like it stands out that much. And I would like to have maybe a medium-sized black handbag that would be able to carry a little more. So I think for 2026, instead of doing a low buy, well, it'll still be a low buy, but I think I'm going to be more focused on wardrobe curation for 2026, although I haven't quite decided what that would look like. However, I will get that ironed out and share it in a video if that's something that you would be interested in watching. And so I am wearing my black moto boots. These are from Frye. I don't know if I've worn them this week, but you have seen them a ton of times if you've seen any of my other outfit videos, because these are one of my favorite pairs of boots. I've had them since 2012, and I just love them. They're very comfortable. They cover a lot of my leg. They look good with so many things. And then I take off my jacket, and shocker, I'm wearing another gray sweater. So I think I joked in a previous video, I think it was when I was unpacking all of my clothing for my fall winter capsule, and I joked that I had a gray sweater problem. And I think this week of outfits is very obvious. So I am going to be on a strict no light gray sweater shopping rule for a long time, but this one at least has a fun dog print. I found it in a consignment shop, and it was shortly after I'd lost my miniature schnauzer, and I don't know, this print reminded me of her when she used to be grown out in the winter, so it makes me happy to wear it. And it's green, the print is green, which is really evident when I wear the green jacket. And it's got a mock neck, and I'm wearing these fun little dangly earrings. And then also for jewelry, the only different thing I'm wearing is this turquoise vintage ring. I think I got this at an antique shop, and I just think it's so pretty. And then just my other normal rings. And then underneath the sweater, I am wearing a lawn black slip dress. This one is from Eileen Fisher, and I thrifted it quite a few years ago. And then I also have on a black silk undershirt to keep me warm. I think I've probably worn this one a day or two before as well. And this is my outfit today. I feel really comfortable. Oh, and under the dress, I also have leggings on for warmth. It's not as cold today as it was yesterday, but I don't like to wear a dress or a skirt without leggings when it's even a little bit cold outside. So this is my outfit, and it's very representative of something that I would wear. I think this week has been really good for showing you the outfits that I wear in the winter. There's not anything super exciting about them, but it's been fun all the same. And I am going to do one more day. I am going to do tomorrow, so stay tuned. Okay, so full disclosure, I don't actually like my outfit that much today, and you may wonder why I didn't change it, but I thought I liked it, and the longer that I've worn it, the more I realize that I don't really like it. So the reason is because I impulse bought a dress in November, and it is a very difficult item for me to style. I also bought a pair of pants that is from the same brand and kind of has a weird shape as well, and I actually think I'm going to send those back into the secondhand market because I cannot figure out how to style them. So to start, I'm wearing a black oversized cashmere turtleneck. It's actually got a higher neck. It comes up to here, but I don't really like it to be that high, so I rolled it down a little bit. I'm wearing these silver statement earrings that I have shown you before, and then the ring that I had on yesterday. And I also have on my bracelets that I usually wear. And now I'm going to show you the rest of the outfit with the dress, and you can let me know what you think about it. So this is the dress, and it's a tank style dress. It's sleeveless, and I do really like the print. I like the ruching of the skirt. It's very bubble-like. So what I did is I layered it over these wide leg pants that also have a really cool texture. And then the dress, and I'm wearing my Frye moto boots. And I don't hate it, but there's just something that's not sitting right. And is it that you can see the waistband and it's like a thicker waistband? Is the sweater not loose enough? I'm not really sure. This is the outfit. And then I wore my brown suede jacket. And then for a handbag, I actually took my silver Coach bag and I didn't add any straps, so I was basically holding it as a clutch because it just felt like there was so much going on with the outfit that another bigger handbag would have been really almost like too much. However, I would have liked to have another handbag that was maybe in a fun color, like a green. So that might be something that I add to my wish list this year. But yeah, this was the outfit. I think that I need to work on styling this dress a little bit more, but I would love to hear what you think about this outfit. Do you think that it's good, or do you feel like there's something off about it? And if you do, how would you improve it? So I knew that I didn't want to continue wearing that outfit for the rest of the day, but I thought I'd give the dress another chance. So I changed out the oversized sweater for this sheer merino wool sweater underneath the dress, and now you can see the neckline of the dress more. And then I also swapped out my other moto boots for these. These are just shinier. They don't have as casual of a look to them, so I think that maybe they suit these items a little bit more. What do you think? Is this an improvement? And then I'll go grab a jacket to show you a different option for a jacket too, because I almost feel like there might have just been too much material going on before. Okay, and here it is with this wool jacket. It's a bomber style jacket, and it has a double zipper, which is nice. So if it were cold out, I could do it up, but then I could leave the bottom part open and it wouldn't constrict the skirt of the dress. So what do you think? Do you think this is an improvement on the first outfit? I hope that you enjoyed this week of outfits. I'd love to hear in the comments if there was either outfit that you really enjoyed, and also did you like the format of how I showed you the outfits, because I do think I will do some more of these in the future occasionally, and I guess I'm just trying to figure out if this format was good or if you would prefer a different kind of format for showing you the outfit. But I hope that you have a really great week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!